Today we're going to talk about the 5 secret sauces to tripling your sales right now, okay? Because I've been in sales for a very long time, over a decade, and I've realized there's a couple of things you can implement in your conversations, in your pitches, in your talks with customers to increase the probability of closing right there, right now, right here, without waiting for follow-ups and schmollow-ups. Even though those are good, you need to have the follow-up game, but we're going to talk today about how do you get closes right now and triple your sales immediately. My name is Michael Barayev. I was able to build a sales team of 150 plus sales guys. We did that in less than 2.5 years with zero money invested, and now we have a solar company that's growing like crazy, coast to coast, like butter on toast, all right? So when it comes to sales, right, the 5 secret tips that I have learned when it comes to building a sales team and selling myself out there, whether it was door to door, business to business, over the phones, I realized that when it comes to selling, you have to have a specific mindset and a specific framework with psychology to get the customers to say yes right there on the spot, okay? Now, the first thing we're gonna talk about is when it comes to closing deals, I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Number 1, you probably heard this before, okay? And by the way, I learned this from a guy named, I forget the guy's name, but it's from a book called Pitch Anything, right? And he talks about how a lot of people say ABC, always be closing. And what I'm going to tell you in this conversation, and the little secret is, never be closing, right? What I mean by that is this. There's 3 main things when it comes to this. Number 1, people should be chasing you. This is the prize frame. This is the prize effect. People should be chasing you. When you're talking to a girl, if you're chasing a girl, most likely you're not going to receive that girl, and she's not going to like you. She's going to be like, ugh, he's chasing me. You got to make the girl chase you. Okay? If you're chasing the person, if you're chasing the customer, they're going to be moving farther away from you. If you're pulling them towards you and they're chasing you, they're more likely to do business with you. Okay? And the reason for that is very simple. People want, right? The very simple reason is because people want what they cannot have. It's 100% fact. People always think that what they don't have is like, oh my God, it's amazing, right? It's always amazing. And what I also realize is that the more difficult something is, the more challenging it is to achieve something or to get something, it seems to that person as more valuable, right? People place more value in a Lamborghini than they do for a Honda Civic. Why is that? It's because it's much harder to obtain a Lamborghini than it is a Honda Civic, right? So people want what they can have. People always put more value to something that's really far away from them and really challenging to obtain. And they also, number 3, they also have to understand, like the people will chase, if they're chasing you, it makes them be more intrigued and like excited about the prize. And that's what you need to do. That's secret sauce number 1 is you should not be chasing customers. They should be chasing you. You don't close them. They're closing themselves to do business with you, okay? Number 2, you want to increase your sales? Control the framework. Control the framework, control the conversation with your customers. You must have the authority with every customer you're talking to. You are the boss. You are the jefe. I was actually going out with the field with one of my guys the other day just to kind of, go out there and kind of sharpen my axe a little bit. I was just kind of excited to go out there and show them how to get it done. And we were talking to a customer right there when we got to the customer's house, like, oh, by the way, we're not signing anything today. You know what I told the customer? I said, Mr. Customer, even if you told me sign me up, even if you told me sign my ass up right now, I will still not let you sign up with us today. Because that's not how we do business. Until we feel like you're ready to sign up, you're not going to sign up. Now, you might say, Michael, how can you say that to them? Very simple. Because I'm not going to allow the customer to have the authority. I have the authority. I'm the jefe. I'm the one in charge in the conversation. Not in a disrespectful way, of course, but in a very authoritative, respectful way. Because as the professional, they're going to listen to me. As the professional, they're going to respect me. As the professional, they're going to do business when I say it needs to get done because I know what needs to get done. They don't. They're the customer, right? My job is to support them, to serve them, to help them get to the promised land. And I only know how to do that the way that needs to get done the right way, right? Number 2, right? Control the framework with the conversation. Don't let the customers bully you around, right? Number 3, you have to create curiosity and intrigue the customers. If you're not creating some kind of urgency, curiosity, and intriguing the customers to do business with you, you're not going to close deals. They have to see that you're not giving them everything. There has to be a little bit more excitement about the next steps. There has to be some intrigue, right? Don't give them everything. Don't give them everything right there and then. Don't. Like give them little by little and get them excited and build that impulse. Because as you're building that impulse, what's happening to the customers, they're slowly building relationship, building rapport, and getting excited about doing business with you. So you got to make it curious. You got to make it exciting for them. You got to give them some kind of intrigue. Talk about stuff, right? Talk about things that are going to get excited, that's going to get them excited about it. Don't talk about things you're excited about. Talk about things that get them excited. And that's why it's very important to ask questions at the beginning of the conversation to identify what's important to them. What's important to the customer? Because whatever is important to them is now important to me. Okay? Number 4, your job is to eliminate. Your job as a salesperson, as a closer, as a professional, is to eliminate all of their doubts and eliminate all of your doubts. See, a lot of times we know that we need to, handle the objection, pre-frame the customer, make sure they're excited about getting the product, but a lot of times the person you need to close is yourself because you have doubt, you have fear, you have worry, you have disbelief, you don't think it's going to work out. You don't have a lot of oomph inside of you to say this is the best product since sliced bread. So if you don't have that kind of power inside of you, you're not closing nothing. If you got doubts, you ain't closing a customer. Because remember, your doubts with their doubts is going to be a nightmare. If their confidence and their skepticism is higher than your confidence and your confidence is really low, they're going to close your ass. You have to have higher confidence to eat up their skepticism. So if you have doubts and you have disbelief, you're not closing nobody. So the first person you need to sell is yourself, and then obviously remove the doubts from the customers and remove those limiting belief factors, right? And number 5, honest to God, if you include conversations about stories, and you build relationships and you build rapport with people and you talk about certain things that relates with them, you're going to have way more results. Because a lot of people think that a sale is just about like following the process to the T and then not building that relationship. You have to build that relationship. You have to build that rapport. You do it through stories. Talk about stuff. Talk about the other customers. Talk about the Jones effect, which is talking about other people's successes. Talk about some of the things that have happened to you. Talk about your personal experience. Be relatable. Be human. And if you put in the conversation, the story, which is secret sauce number 5, I promise you, your sales will triple because now you're relating with people and people do business with people. People don't buy products. People buy people. People buy people. They don't buy products. Remember that for the rest of your life. They're buying you. They're buying the company and then they buy the product. But if they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't like you, they don't respect you, they ain't doing business with you. So hopefully this made sense to you guys. Hopefully you can apply these 5 secret sauces when you're closing with customers and dealing with customers on a daily basis. Whether you're in retail, door-to-door, business-to-business, over the phones, it don't matter. Store-to-store, floor-to-floor, it don't matter. Right? I want you guys to have a great experience in selling, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Do me a favor, like and comment so we can get some traction and the algorithm cooking for us. Right now we're growing like crazy, coast to coast, like butter on toast. 100K, 1,000 subscribers is what we're focused on right now. So I appreciate your support and love, and I'll see you guys in the next video.